since you collectively won, since even your USDC is pumping, you lucky mofos. Bravo, bravo, USDC pumps everything. Everything is pumping. Good stuff. I'm not gonna be ultra bearish today. I'm not feeling ultra bearish. I'm feeling quite bullish, I have to say. I forgot to mention, we also have Gatoshi on the corner up there. Cheers to Gatoshi, lovely friends. What happened to the hand? What happened to the hand? I did another week in the Italian Alps this time, and I overdid it with a huge jump. I did my 540 and landed on a giant boulder. That boulder turned out it was a sleeping bear. The bear woke up. We wrestled. I kicked the bear's ass. But yeah, I lost a hand. It is what it is, guys. Next time I'll make sure to beat the bear up. Cheers. Maybe I'm responsible for the bear. You never know. For the bull kicking the bear's ass. You never know. So, cheers to everybody. But yeah, joking aside, I did fell while snowboarding in the Italian Alps. And yeah, I actually, kind of ridiculous. It was not as impressive, but it still was with my snowboard on my feet. And at least I was challenging myself with something maybe I shouldn't have challenged. It's all good. It's all good though. In 3 weeks, it's going to be out of the cast. And maybe I'll catch the spring sludge on the mountain. Hopefully, I'll be up there soon again. Unless we have a bull run, because if we have a bull run, we can't be on vacations. We need to be chasing the bull run and making all that, chasing all that alpha. You know, the market is going to be pumping. We need to be outperforming that market, and we have all the weapons in our disposal. But let's take a little bit the events from the beginning. We had a scary weekend, lovely friends. I had a scary weekend, and I have a funny story actually to say, because my hand during the night swells up and it feels like it doesn't fit in the cast. So I was awake. I was sitting at complete darkness, petting the cat around 5 o'clock in the morning. And suddenly my phone received an SMS, a traditional classic SMS, by someone I didn't have in my contact list, saying, if you're awake, go check USDC. It was like God texted me. It was extremely weird. I wasn't sure if I was awake or asleep, if that was a dream or a nightmare or a very weird reality. It turned out it was a very weird reality. Not sure if it's better or worse. At the same time, I received a Viber message saying that USDC is crashing, and if I have USDC, go check out the situation. I went out and checked the situation, and I was terrified. I was terrified at the point where I had to exchange a sizable amount of USDC, as I didn't want to feel complacent if the whole thing went down, and I bought a little bit of USDT. I lost a couple of money in between, but everything worked flawlessly, and it's all good once again. It's better to be safe than sorry. This whole thing was scary, at least in the middle of the night when I received God's call to actually make a move, as well as many other elements. For example, I texted a chat where Dean Machine is also at, and for some extremely weird reason, he was also awake. So I was like, okay, what the fuck is going on here? USDC is dropping under the peg quite a lot. I'm receiving weird texts on various platforms, and my body is also awake in the middle of the night. So yeah, I liquidated some, around 0.91, 90, I exchanged a sizable amount of USDC for USDT. Lost a couple of money in the process, but matters not. Better not be complacent. As you all know, I had a very large position on stablecoin, and most of that was USDC. So, and you know what? It wasn't only USDC dropping, like DAI was dropping, because DAI is also 70% backed by USDC. So DAI was dropping, and I have a little bit of DAI as well. Butter for Soul is asking if I swapped back to USDC at any point. No, I did not swap, and I'm not going to swap anytime in USDC. I prefer to have an amount in USDT. I also bought some Ethereum, and I'm pretty happy with those moves. I'm pretty happy because I sleep better having a diversification in my stablecoin portfolio. I sleep better because Ethereum pumped since I bought it quite a lot, and I'm happy because I used a couple of Solana tools that blew my mind, and we'll definitely talk about them as well. But let's go back to what caused this craziness. Like you all heard, I'm pretty sure you watched much wiser YouTubers explaining the bank runs and how these banks quite had to like when a bank faces a bank run, they need to go into a fire sale mode where they will sell less liquid assets for prices that are under their market because they really need quick cash, and that's what means liquid and illiquid assets, etc., etc. Cheers to Nanko and your 1 bit, big love. So they had to sell a lot of assets, which kind of triggered a mismatch, let's say, from current assets and liabilities. This does not resemble anything like Celsius or FTX. These banks had the matching deposits, just not in liquid stuff, and small depositors are also guaranteed by the state. So anything under 250,000 was super safe, and anything over to 250,000 was at risk, but not really at risk. What's going on now, and why is this important? I'm pretty sure you heard lots of startups. Circle also had one of its 22 accounts across all banks, but lots of Silicon Valley startups were affected, which means people didn't have access to payroll, people didn't have access to deals they needed to finance, etc., etc. It was a death sentence, and it was extremely bad because it felt like the Federal Reserve was declaring war to the this tech industry that defines the US economy in the past couple of years. So it's kind of complicated, but it's important to understand that how the way the American system works and the federal government and the Federal Reserve, you have to understand that they're completely different bodies. The White House doesn't control the Federal Reserve, and the head of the Fed is not really elected by the people. This is an organization that works as it works, and it's from specialists, and they do not change based on governments. And they will do what they think is best for the economy. And this is kind of a separation between the state and money and monetary policy, let's put it. So each president or each government doesn't have full control over the monetary policy and the taxpayers' money, and cannot affect the economy in a way that will just benefit him for election results. So it's important to understand that the US economy doesn't really want the Fed to continuously raise the borrowing rates. You don't want to make money more expensive. You want companies and people to have access to cheap loans in order to drop the money into the economy, and with its circular momentum distribute it again and invest it, and it goes on and on and on. The moment you make money expensive, this cycle slows down, and we go into a recession. But the Federal Reserve was supporting that we need to do that in order to combat this unprecedented level of inflation that was caused by COVID, what was caused by lots of things. By printing money and giving stimulus checks mostly, and fueling the previous bull run. So this was a way for the government, and allowing Silicon Valley Bank and Silvergate and all the other guys to go down. It was like saying to the Federal Reserve, hey, look what you're causing. You're raising rates way too fast, and banks are just don't have enough capital to refinance their obligations, and you're causing bank runs, and this is going to spiral out of control. So how did we get everybody to be happy again before the weekend ended? We had the Federal Reserve kind of announce that they will not increase the rates by 50 bips as they had suggested they would do in their next meeting, and they said they're going to leave it as they are. Now, leaving it as they are is the first sign of a trend change. This is what allows companies to make a plan and say, we're going to borrow at this rate and this is going to continue like that. And you need stability in this kind of mechanisms to allow businesses to flourish. So in other words, the government won this little showdown, how can I say it, with the Fed. And at the same time, they said that also larger deposits are going to be insured as well. Very bullish in every direction. Now, I think that the crypto market was extremely fast to react, much faster than traditional markets. Let's not forget that the crypto market was trading on Sunday. Traditional markets are not trading, and the bulk of investors just don't follow the news during Sundays and Saturdays. They wait to go to their office on Monday morning. So we had a little bit of a lag reaction from the stock market. The crypto market was on its toes because USDC was dropping. And guys, USDC dropping it takes us like years back. DeFi stops being a thing. Ethereum, liquidity pools, DAO treasuries, investment firms, venture capitals, everythime goes to the shitter. It would have been a death sentence for the whole thing. At the same time, anybody that had some idea of accounting and how to read all the financial statements that Circle had released while this was going down, they could have spotted that it was a tiny amount. There was no way that this whole thing would go down from such a small crack. At the same time, if redemptions are paused, you're creating panic, and then you create all this selling pressure of USDC, and it can spiral down, but it cannot spiral out of control like Luna did. There's no way. This is an American company that is audited, and it has the assets in semi-liquid, e-liquid, and liquid stuff. So it operates a bit like a bank, And I'm glad it didn't go down. We didn't get the bad scenario. I think we got the best case scenario, and it kind of reminded us that stablecoins are bottlenecks and are not decentralized, and this is a great reminder for Bitcoin. And if you want something safe, like ultra safe, that nobody can really blacklist you on the contract, because Circle controls the USDC contract. If you hold USDC at the wallet and they blacklist your address, like on the layer 1, let's say, where your address cannot interact with the USDC contract, then your USDC is impossible to move. You can send it to your Binance account to cash out. You can send it to your Coinbase. You can send it to your, credit card, debit card, whatever you're using. You're fucked. And this is the same for custodial wallets. This is the same for exchanges. This is the same for smart contracts. Many times the smart contract is upgradable, meaning the developers have the keys in order to access the code and to completely change the things. So yeah, we are reminded that, and this is how I was thinking about it. It's a bit of an exaggeration, but don't we really love these mental exaggerations, these vivid exaggerations that I create? it's like we are living under a volcano, and we have this like awesome city that, and we're all vibing and we're all having fun, and every now and then the volcano explodes and kills a bunch of people. And we were like, okay. We had bunkers and we were like hiding under this special thing that we've created. But the volcano is like non-stop exploding. And it's just killing. And we're like, we know that eventually it's gonna be raining lava again. And you know, with Luna going down, with FTX going down, Celsius rising, like everything is possible, guys. Like, we have like so many black swans attacking us. It's never ending. But it was the time for us to remember that, hey, Bitcoin is Bitcoin, and if you want something that is really immutable, is really impossible to stop, is unstoppable, it's Bitcoin. At least with the weapons we have now. We don't go to the theory and utopia world. It's like, yeah, man, Satoshi wakes up and sells his coins, you know. And yes, sure, a meteorite hits Earth and we all die. It's like Bitcoin goes to zero. What is that? Are you going to incorporate that to your model? Just live under your volcano and be happy. You know? So yeah, that's it. I think I gave you the TLDR. I think it's an interesting way the US works, with the Federal Reserve being a completely independent body from the White House, and the dynamic between them and how they like it's crazy. It's crazy interesting, and I think this was a mini war that is going to maybe bring a trend change. Maybe we're gonna see no more rate hikes. Maybe we're gonna see some rate decreases. Would be awesome. They came out this morning and said that the US inflation rate has gone down under 6%, which is really good. And that's it. That's it, lovely friends. I think we covered the. And are we safe? Are we safe? I made this. I asked this thing on my announcement for the stream today, which is episode 150, despite having like 6 episodes in between with Taki Soul and Dean Machine talking about Dean's List, which we will talk about Dean's List shortly. But I'm looking on my left screen, that's why I'm looking there. Back in the day, I used to have the camera on the left screen because I would always look at the left screen, but now it's just in front. So I asked, like, are we safe from deep eggs? And the answer is no, we're not safe. We are never going to be safe from such bottlenecks. That's why, as you've all seen in past episodes, I'm a Bitcoiner at heart. Keep most of my portfolio in Bitcoin. I don't look at the price. I don't touch the Bitcoin. The more you touch the Bitcoin, the less secure it becomes. Don't touch it. Just put it in a ledger. Never use that ledger again. Put it on the side. Don't upgrade the ledger. No reason to upgrade the ledger. Don't install Ledger Live and connect it to. There is no reason for you to check the balance. Absolutely no reason. Just buy a ledger, use it once, put your Bitcoin in, take it to a bank, put it in a safe deposit, take the key, give it to your parents. That's it. That's it. You have no access. This is the best. You can still send Bitcoin to that address. You can still monitor that address. But you don't need to have access to the wallet. I hold the seed key there. Yeah. What can I say? It's in a safe deposit. Like, I don't have access to it. I don't even have the key. It's safer. Like my biggest enemy is myself. You know, I'm gonna go in a spending spree. I was like, no money. It's okay. Let's take the Bitcoin. It's like, no. Scientist Joe, you have the seed key. The person opening the safe deposit doesn't understand what you have. Like, you have a bunch of documents. One of them is a seed key. Nobody gives a shit. Even put the ledger, put the actual machine. So, worry not. Yes. That's what I've done. That's what I did back in the day. If it works, don't try fixing it. And I don't fiddle with the wallet. I don't fiddle with the wallet at all. Yeah, enough with that. Enough with that. Buy Bitcoin. That's my only non-financial advice. At the same time, don't sell your Solana. No, not financial advice again, but I'm talking about myself. I've been buying Ethereum. A tool I used. Let's go to my shitty screen. Main desktop. Yes, that's it. Main desktop. What's up, lovely friends? You see what I see? It's horrible. So what I did, I went to Core Allbridge. So I'll start from the beginning so you understand what's going on here. I used this bridge in order to send from Solana to Ethereum. This is a bridge you use only for stablecoins. It is powered by Allbridge. It has a bunch of. Let me put this on the next screen because it's annoying AF. So this is what I used to cross quite a lot of USDC from Solana to Ethereum, and that's the way I finance my Ethereum buying. This is thanks to Solana. It's pretty cool because look at this. You can cross $10,000 from Ethereum to Solana. You lose $85, which is perfectly fine. You can see on the fees on the bottom that this totals to about what you're going to have to pay. Plus, you're gonna have to pay 0.8 Solana. So in the end, you're gonna pay about $110. But you're going to connect a wallet on this side to send the 10,000 USDC, for example, and you are going to paste an address. So you can send it to an address. You don't need to have the wallet. And this is the total cost of everything. You don't need to have gas on the other side. You don't need to go to Uniswap and exchange the ABUSDC to normal USDC, because back in the day, if you wanted to bridge one asset from one side to the other, you had to go to Saber back then. There was no Jupiter. Go to Saber, exchange your USDC for ABUSDC, Allbridge USDC, take the Allbridge USDC, cross them through the bridge, which connected with an Allbridge USDC pool on the other side, in the Ethereum side, and then go to Uniswap and exchange that ABUSDC to normal USDC. So you would have to do one transaction on one side, one transaction on the other side, plus the gas fees of crossing the gate, plus all the slippage you would get depending on the size of your transaction on each side, because you had to interact with two pools. It was insane. So for those wondering, this is core.allbridge.io. So I remember trying to do the same thing with $10,000, and it was about $650 in fees in total. Maybe the Ethereum network was slightly more congested back then, and every transaction, because you had to do a total of 4 transactions, plus if you, for the people that haven't interacted with Ethereum, you need to first approve the address you're going to, the token, the ERC20. You need to approve it, give like approval to the contract to interact with it. So if ABUSDC was a token you had never interacted with in Uniswap, you had to do an extra transaction in order to allow this token to interact with the contract. So this totaled to so many dollars. So Nanko is asking, are the fees going to increase with the amount? No. Even if you do $1, they will increase in the USDC side. But as you see, the transfer fee, the Solana transfer fee, remains at 0.88 Solana. When I did it, it was 0.33. I'm not sure how this is priced and what it depends on, but even if you do 10,000, even if you do 100,000, it will still be 0.88. And from what I understand, sure, you are going to lose quite a lot of money. You're going to lose 2K. It's not worth. Like 100,000, 98%, 2% fees. I'm kind of okay with it. And when we did 10,000, sure, we lost a little bit, $85 here and about 80 there. It's less than 2%. So the bigger Vajur is asking, better than Wormhole? Yes, 100% better than Wormhole. The fact that you don't have to deal with in-between tokens is gold. It's transparent and it's quick. Really, really quick. And I'm using ledgers for every step of the way. So what happens, and this comes from experience, guys. Like, these are not intuitive problems. So you cannot plug two ledgers on the same computer. The computer can recognize one ledger, and you need to unplug this ledger in order to unlock the other one. So in the old case and the Wormhole case is you have to connect both wallets in order to do the swap. So what I had to do is I had to approve the one transaction from the Solana wallet, then the Ethereum transaction would pop, the MetaMask would open, and it would say approve on ledger, but the ledger was not plugged in. I had to unplug the one, plug the Ethereum one, quickly input the code, and hope that the transaction would again be pushed on my ledger, despite the transaction being open and pending to be approved on my desktop's MetaMask. Debadano is asking, why are you going from Solana to Ethereum? I am transferring USDC from Solana to Ethereum because I want to buy more Ethereum. I also want to have access to more liquidity pools for my USDC. Maybe. I'm thinking about these things. I'm not in any liquidity pools at the moment, but I trust the Ethereum network's stablecoins slightly more. At the same time, and this is a huge alpha, so if you're here, you're here, there is a coin called EuroC, which is Circle's version of Euro, of stablecoin in Euro. So this is regulated from European banks, and it has a very small market cap, despite being so official and as official as USDC. So EuroC is the same version, but in euros. And in case anything ever happened, that's such a small amount of investors that are in this pool that I am pretty sure that the European Union or the European arm of Circle would make sure to close this liability instead of having to go to court in Europe as well. Additionally, because it is in European banks, where European banks are 100 times tougher in regulation when it comes to all these things, like they do not allow the speculative nature. Like there are so many protections for investors. If you didn't know, in Europe you need at least $500 to start trading equities, and at least $5,000 to start trading bonds, sovereign bonds. While in the US and in the Commonwealth, go to England, to America, to Australia, you can start trading these kind of vehicles with $1. So it's much more restricted. Catford is saying, I missed the early discussion, but this can't be sustainable for the masses, right? Huge fees. I'm not sure if you're talking about the all bridge thing, like passing from Solana to Ethereum or from Ethereum to Solana. I think it's for everybody. I bridged my Ethereum to Solana via FTX back then. So I sent Ethereum to FTX and bought Solana. That was my first touch with Solana. So I've since then, of course, sent back the initial investment, and I'm moving USDC. It's for the masses. It's pretty good. $1,000 is gonna cost you about $35 to cross. $35. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I think it's an option we didn't have, and it's extremely easy. So very, very, very happy with that. I have another beer. I just have one hand. Here's the one hand. if you have $100, don't try to bridge them in Ethereum. You're gonna lose them in Ethereum fees. There's no point. Yes, it's unfortunate Ethereum hasn't scaled yet, but I am bullish it will scale, and I am... You want a bold prediction that is not financial advice? Obviously. Bold prediction, though. Bold prediction. I think Ethereum is going to be over 5k by the end of the year. And we might not even be in a bull run. Yeah, don't at me. It is what it is. Do I? Dean left. Okay. So yeah, that's my bold prediction. It might be ridiculous, but wouldn't it be nice if it comes to reality? I say over 5k. I believe it can be much more. I'm not selling any Solana, of course. Vajrus is asking, ETH better upside than Sol by the end of the year? Yes, in my opinion, yes. I don't think 1 year is enough for the blow Solana received. I'm pretty sure Solana is going to survive, but I think it's going to take time. I think Ethereum has a much more exciting roadmap, scaling roadmap. I think having the ability to stake and unstake your Ethereum in the Ethereum proof of stake side, and it's going to just lock a lot of Ethereum into nodes, because lots of people have the mental barrier of, why am I going to stake into a node that I cannot unstake? What if the market crashes and I need the money and I cannot unstake? So this mental barrier is lifted and I am bullish. But again, guys, I'm a clown talking to you on the interwebs. You should not base your buys on my ramblings. You should not take this as financial advice in any way. I usually am a good counter trade in many times. So I have different priorities in my life. I have a different portfolio. We have a different age. We live in different places. We have different expectations and dreams, and our investors' profile is different. So there is no way what I'm doing applies to you. Please don't do it. I like how Vajors is saying we're all clowns. We kinda are, but we are all a bunch of friends blindfolded running into the cliff. All living happily under the volcano. We have this vivid imagery lately, which I really love. I've rambled way too much. Oh, I shouldn't have closed that, but doesn't matter. Whoa, what is this? Yeah, this. What a great meme, right? USDC at 0.95% yesterday, panic. USDC at 0.95 today, calm. Pretty good. Why crypto pump? We explained that, we passed that through because as we said, crypto was the first to react because it was on their, all participants were on their toes with the USDC drama. So the moment this was rescued, everybody got bullish. Everybody was following the news. So everybody was aware that rates are gonna be fine. At the same time, there was a lot of people that were buying crypto in order to get rid of their USDC. So there's a lot of factors, but I just think that this is a general, and we might be, you know, trying to get ahead of the pump. Maybe we're front running the pump, and we're taking positions because we are the bear survivors. If this turns into a bull, surviving a bear, this goes on your resume. This goes on your CV. It's a very huge, you know, medal of honor. Surviving the bear. Crypto bears are brutal. So yeah, that's why the pump. And let's get into a couple of Grizzlython things. And it's a lot of stuff actually that I wanted us to do. Maybe like I look at the time, and we've been already talking for 45 minutes. At least we covered a couple of subjects. But I really want us to talk a little bit about Grizzlython. For those that are not in the loop, I don't know where you're sleeping under a rock, inside a cave, what's going on. Grizzlython is a Solana hackathon that has its submission day today. So in my local time zone, that's 8 o'clock a.m. tomorrow. So there is about 10 hours left, a bit less. So lots of teams are at the moment working. That's why not a lot of people are watching, because all the builders are working in order to submit for their Grizzlython hackathon. Lots of cool stuff are going to be submitted. Lots of awesome teams are participating, and for those, like, I mean, everybody knows that we are. I am Dean as well here, Ratoshi on the background as well. We're all working with a DAO called Dean's List. This is a professional feedback group. So we organize ourselves and give feedback. It can be feedback in your pitch deck that you want to raise. It could be feedback on the hackathon that the pitch deck that you're gonna submit. It's the alpha version of your DApp. It's your DAO and your governance choices. It could be anything that has to do with feedback. Mostly feedback on products, mostly feedback on dApps, and mostly on Solana stuff. But at the same time, we run an accelerator for Grizzlython projects, and we handpicked 6 projects to coach. And it ended up being a beautiful cooperation. We held multiple sessions. Exploring product market fit, exploring their pitch decks, exploring and providing extensive feedback that reaches up to 350 pages of feedback, feature requests, and there's no sugarcoating. If something is bad, you'll get the vibe. People will be pointing out this is curated. There are no repetitions. It's a complete like the feedback is complete. It will contain OS version, browser versions, and everything that the developer needs to actually fix that whatever the feedback report says. So under this umbrella, we took 6 projects. Namely, we let's go check the Twitter of each project. Let's start with Shift. I liked Shift. Oh, what's going on? Shift is a product that kind of looks on the other dApps. It offers information about the Solana blockchain. So it parses all the information that is written on the Solana blockchain. It stores it into a server and then sells API access to this data. And Solana is not Ethereum. It's much harder to decode and go back in time, which makes things not as explorable as it would be in other chains. But lots of people are tackling this. Shift is one of them. So you can think about them as something like an explorer and a dashboard for other projects that want to display specific information that these guys are going to own. Really cool stuff. Catford is asking, how are you, Dean?
I'm doing well, bro. How you doing?
He's doing well, bro. How are you doing? So Shift, really, like, I think the market needs it, and very interesting, very interesting. I really like the guys. They came, they presented, they answered all the questions, and I think like we were a bit bold with our feedback. Like they had a plan to create bulk NFT sending and bulk burning of tokens and NFTs. We turned the product down so fast that we were borderline rude. Shout out to the Famous Fox Federation for providing all these tools. The Samo guys as well. Lots of people, lots of OGs build these things, and we are lucky to have them flawlessly working still under the circumstances. So yeah, that's Shift. We had so many cool people. So another cool thing we saw was Nodia. Do they even have? I can't find their Twitter, but Nodia is a version of Rally in Solana. So you create your social token, you create the liquidity pools, which are funded maybe from one side from the influencer, the leader of the community that is minting the coin for. You get the rewards, you get the bonding curves, you have 2 or 3 versions of bonding curves you can support. You can imagine it as a version of Strata and a version of Rally in Solana. This is a coin that was launched on Rally and migrated to Solana. The guys that migrated saw that this kind of toolset to power social coins doesn't exist on Solana, and they brought it with them. So they had an already very successful influencer coin on Rally, which they ported to Ethereum. It's the Ali coin. It's a streamer, a Hearthstone streamer called Ali Straza. She's really good at what she does, and it's a very successful coin. And they are building the infrastructure in order to allow everybody else and every other community to launch such a coin. So another awesome project competing. Another awesome team we spent quite a lot of time with, yeah, I'm pretty sure that like all 6 projects are excellent candidates to place on their verticals. I'm excited to see the results. Another amazing candidate, another amazing project we worked with is a game called Alchemy Battle of Ankos. Here's Nodia. For those that were wondering, you see Nodia, follow them. I am pretty sure they're working tirelessly. They want to submit. All of these guys are at the moment working for their submissions into tomorrow's hackathon deadline. So we were saying that before, yeah, it was Alchemy. It's easier actually to show it to you. Show you I can show you the actual game actually, because it works. And it has cool interaction with the Solana blockchain. So you mint your characters through Discord, and this is a Discord game. Like, there's no point of me showing you the website. It's better if we play around. And it really looks like a version of Darkest Dungeon. You create a team of 3 players and you battle with other teams of 3 players. And it's pretty awesome. So let's go play. Let's play around. Why not play around? Why not play around? And so play here, play. Goes here, and it says select team, not select team, back. Colosseum. Medium. So it says turn 1. As you see, here are the skills. The front player, use a skill, fierce attack, swap, and spell. Not interrupt, front, interrupt, mid. No. We do use skill. And we're going to do a fireball. A fireball that burns, because at the beginning we're going to use the fireball. So as you see, it all plays through Discord. And you click and you see, you get a video of the whole turn, what happened, what was used, how much damage, who is first, who is second, who is third. I don't know why I have a mage in front. The barbarian should have been in front. We're going to use the barbarian to go in front, and then we have a sniper here. At the same time, you get a combat log, which, as you see, it was hidden in order not to have spoilers. You see a complete breakdown of the battle. I can swap. Let's swap, we said, the mid character with the front. So the mid with the front, mid to front. And let's see if what happens. So as you see, the mid changed to the front. And the guy hit my barbarian for 60. And my barbarian retaliated for 59 plus 11 from burning from the fireball. So let's do a skill. There's going to be a battle cry. Deal 40 damage to yourself and increase your frontline damage by 30. Rancor. Deal twice the damage to the enemy frontline and 1/3 to yourself. Let's do that. I am a barbarian berserker. Badass. So let's do some damage to myself. Oh, he switched his player. He brought the bard in front. Very interesting. The bard got decimated. The other guy is burning. Very interesting. Let's use a skill. I think we should burn them again. Alex Pertz has subscribed for another time. 19 months. A 19-month subscriber. Pretty amazing. Thank you, Pertz. Thank you, bro. So what happened here? So he switched. He brought the rogue in front. He actually cut me. I hope I'm not bleeding. If I'm bleeding, I have an issue. I'm going to change. I'm going to swap.
He bought, dump it.
He bought, dump it. Thank you, Legend. Thank you, Legend. Oh, it was Pertz. Pertz is gifting subs again. Pertz, my friend, what are you doing? You've bought 48 subscriptions to people. Your child can go to school, can go to university. Front to mid. Here you go. Front to back. Okay, front to back. Let's put the rogue in front. Use skill. Thank you guys. Shadow Strike, 50 damage and then move back to one position. Yes, and this, what's gonna happen? We're gonna bring the mage in front. Let's do that. Rogue and Squire swap position. Here is the Squire dies. The Rogue dies. And now we're going to use a skill and we're gonna do an aimed shot. I'm pretty sure the mage is going to die now though. Doesn't matter. Let's see it. Am I going to lose from that shitty bard? Ah, he healed. But he got hit. I don't know what to do. Fierce attack. I'm pretty sure I'll have less speed and I will die. Ah, he died. Ah, the bar died. I won. So weird. So the game works. The game works. You mint these characters on Discord. They create a wallet for you. They go in that wallet. You get the key. You can send them out. You can connect with your classic extension, Soulflare, Phantom, Backpack, whatever. Works. It's pretty. It's not going to be the next Grand Theft Auto, but it's much better than a shitty Discord game. This is a perfect thing. Like, you can have a tournament between people. You can all vibe in a Discord server and spectate the game. You can kind of give advice to the person playing. You can have teams competing. You can have dungeons with people, like with teams going around and bumping on each other. Lots of cool interactions. Like, I'm impressed. I'm impressed with what they did. I did not expect a Discord game to be as sophisticated. And I have to say, because we spoke to them, you know what's the highlight of this game? They are adding like a huge lore segment to the game. with NPCs. And these NPCs, because this is a chat application, it's on Discord, these NPCs are powered by ChatGPT. So these NPCs have personalities. You can chat with them. You can ask advice. And they have characteristics that influence how ChatGPT answers and kind of projects the character. Like if he's a villain, if he's a wise guy, if he's like a bully, if he's like some king or queen, it's... Lexcat is like, seems like to be a shitty game to me. Dude, yes, it's not a game you're gonna play and be excited to come back after school and play these games for 9 hours. I played quite a lot of Darkest Dungeon. It's very similar. And what's exciting is it's on Discord. Like, you know what we do on Discord? You play music quiz. You play... Like... You play such shitty games, man. This is a breath of fresh air. And... I can't wait to see it like live, and we're gonna add it in our community server. I'm pretty sure we're gonna have a couple of people vibing with it. You can gate a couple of things maybe with some native token in your community. Like, oh, if you have that, then you unlock that character. Unlock the bard only if you are like whatever. You can do so many fun things. I'm excited about people building such niche games. Like, I think we need those kind of people that are going to spend time developing this. They're not doing an IDO, man. They're not asking you for money, you know. They are taking a game into the hackathon. Pretty exciting, if you ask me. Enough about Alchemy Battle of Ankos. The project I am most excited about coming to like that participated in our accelerator, and I think it's fucking beautiful. Let's see the promo video. Sorry guys, one moment. So I need to close my mic and all this shit so you see the actual product. So, a Lego-like no-code solution to automate and connect various dApps. So what you saw in this video was a no-code way to connect a couple of dApps where you actually do a limit order. You set a trigger. If the price of this goes there, then make this transaction, send it to Jupiter, make the swap, get a notification with a smart message from Dialect in order to approve the transaction, and the transaction goes through. This is beautiful automation. You can think of so many different flows, like refilling a community treasury every first of the month, refilling an agile treasure wallet every time it goes to zero. You can do so many. So many different flows that a community would require, whether it's calendar based, whether it's it's something that is written on chain. Yes, you need to have it on chain. We spoke to them. They said they're working on Web 2 triggers. So when something happens on Discord, or imagine that when a proposal goes live on Realms, this is something you can monitor on chain, which means you can automate in case something happens. And you can refill a community treasury by creating an automated vote and then receiving a dialect smart message to your phone in order to vote on this particular and then particular proposal, and then execute it via the program, and the sequence continues. I see Del Pino Man. What's up, my friend? It's been quite some time. It's Dean Machine behind me. And Gatoshi is also there. Everybody's here. We're all here. Even the bull market is here. Where have you been? So yeah, Trigger. Shout out to Carlos. We met Carlos in Breakpoint. He's gone miles ahead since we last met. And I'm very happy. I'm pretty sure they deserve a prize. Like, they are... What they've made is beautiful. The visualization is beautiful. The idea, the execution. Shout out to Trigger. I'm very excited about what they're making. Another awesome project, and we're very close to this project because the lead developer of the project is part of is one of us. Is part of Dean's List, and that's Easy. That's the name of the developer, and his project is called Crack Finance, KRK Finance. This is a developers guild. So this is a collective of builders that execute tasks which are micro builds, let's say small builds, a small task that in the end will be part of a larger build that will complete an even larger mission. So everybody's building slowly and adding to the puzzle, and it's all gamified, and it's pretty awesome. It's KRK Finance. The guy behind the KRK Finance is super smart, and we're very lucky to have him in our collection of diehard Solana power users. I'm very excited. Chain agnostic dev guild. I like that it says chain agnostic, but he is one of us. So shout out to Easy and KRK Finance. And I am missing for sure something. Where is it? These machines. KRK Finance, Trigger, Alchemy, Sunrise Stake. How could I have forgotten? Refi, certain winner on the regenerative finance track. There's no way they're not gonna win. So this is a way to stake your Solana, and the Solana that you have actually sitting around. And from what I understand, they're also gonna implement it as with MSOL. So this is gonna be another step. But it doesn't matter. You have Sol laying around that you want to actually make a positive impact with that Sol. You can stake them with this refi solution called Sunrise Stake. Let's go there and check them out. Which what they do is with the APY they get from staking it, they buy carbon credits, and they spend those towards offsetting the carbon emissions that the industry produces. Now, this is a concept that it might be very foreign for some people around the world. This is a very US kind of thing. Carbon credits are required to be bought by companies that are polluting. So if you have a plant that is producing something, and in the process of producing that something you are polluting a lot, every year you need to buy lots of those carbon credits, and this is money that's going to go in order to undo the damage that your plant has done. So it's important in a way. On the other hand, others are going to argue that this is a drop in the ocean. Developing countries are burning coal, rubber, plastic, and garbage, while the developed economies have completely abolished even cars at their majority, while exporting fossil fuel at the same time. So it's a convoluted mess. It's a noble thing, though, to do. Sunrise Steak is only positive. There's no negative in it. Like, you are helping for sure. They've got beautiful graphics. I think they are the best in their vertical, and I'm looking forward on seeing this solution implemented for DAOs. I think there's a lot of Solana sitting around, and it can be used. Refi. This is a new thing. I didn't know it existed. You know, I'm learning. Where I live, we have recycling bins. Multicolor, so you got the brown one for composting. You got the blue one for glass. You got the yellow one for paper. And etc, etc. But if you stay awake at night, you'll see that there is one same truck picking up all the bins. It's devastating. It's heartbreaking. It's like, I know people are putting the effort and like separating trash, feeling very European, and the same fucking trucks comes and picks all the bins. It's fucking ridiculous. It is what it is, though. Refi. Yeah. Six projects. GM from Chris Eck. GM Chris Eck.
GM Chris Eck.
GM Chris Eck. Natoshi also says GM Chris Eck, but he can't see you. You can't hear him, not he can see you. Of course he can see you. What are we talking about? So yeah, these are the 6 projects that are going to the hackathon. These are the 6 projects that enrolled in our accelerator. All of them superstars, all of them potential winners, and I'm pretty sure we're gonna get a couple of winners among them. Very, very, very optimistic. But there is another project joining the race. There is another project, Stealth, that is submitting for the hackathon. And that project is Dean's List. Did you know that? Dean's List is going to be competing. Now you're gonna wonder, how are you gonna be competing? What are you making? What are you developing? Who the fuck are you? Didn't you like what, like, how? So we are competing, and I'm saying wing because yeah, I'm part of Dean's List. So let's go to Dean's List Network State. So there is a vertical called Network State, and this is what we're looking at. So I'm gonna remove my, no, we don't need to remove my silly face, but Solana Grizzlython, the network state, Dean's List. This is a DAO that turned into a network state. I hear voices. I know another friend has just arrived. So we need to wrap this up. But let's do this important segment. The network state Dean's List. So this is competing for the DAO track as a network state, and this is a way to showcase what we've been doing, because so far we've managed to allocate about $41,500 to 68 people around the world. It's impressive. It's impressive. Hello, Mr. Dean. Look at these beautiful graphics. You'll see that our superstars are Greece and Nigeria, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are. Nigeria is leading. We also have Pakistan, we have the USA, we have Brazil, we have lots of places, lots of contributors going hardcore. Cheers to all of them. Like, I'm very proud about what Dean's List is doing. Is super successful, and you know, we're gonna get a bit deeper into it, because I really want you to understand like how important and how like new this universe is. Oh, it's Taki Souls! Everybody say hi to Taki Soul!
Hello, lovely people. What's up? What's cooking? You're having a good time?
What's up, what's up? What's up, Taki Soul? Yeah, that's Taki. So we have the whole crew assembled. So, earnings by country, GDP approximately $608. Let's put it to $610 per member. Pretty awesome. You can go check the services, the way to get access to the DAO, the way to get access to the server, to do your first steps as a full contributor, to buy a package in order to get a feedback review. This is a professional feedback review. You can get a gaming review by Gara. Gara is a legendary World of Warcraft PvP streamer. You can have a 30-minute call with Dean Machine Mega Brain over here and extract value from, even if you bring him a basket of rocks, he's gonna squeeze them and bring you value. Dude, I've seen it, man. Like, you guys, you were here, but I don't know if you ever went deep into it. There were people that took Star Atlas very seriously. Like very, 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 very seriously. Like, more seriously than they should. And Dean was able to get into calls and make sense of all this craziness and spin it in a way and tell them, like, have you considered doing this? And the guy that was deep into like hundreds of thousands of dollars of battleships of a non-existing game, he was like, no, I've never thought of that. That's an amazing idea. Let's do it. And dude, so yeah, 30 minutes. Lots of cool things. Feedback service. You can have like a DAO consulting, talking about quorum. We can fix your whatever we discussed on the accelerator, from product market fit to your hackathon pitch deck, to your investment pitch deck, to your DApp alpha version, to anything that requires hardcore power users and constructive feedback in an organized format. We are the team. And I'll give you a sneak peek of the deck that it's not going to be what is gonna be submitted in the hackathon, but I think it's gonna give you an idea of where we are and what we are trying to do. So yeah, let's go. Let's go like that. So, Dean's List, the service DAO that turned into a network state. And you can click here and go to the website. I just showed you the website. I didn't really show you the website, because if you go to deanslist.services, this is where you land. This is a small TLDR of what happens. These are protocols that have already purchased our services. We've seen the testimonials from clients. We'll see it again soon, but you can navigate around and understand what they're doing. But if you check this little presentation here, it's going to be even clearer. So, the problems that this group is trying to solve, and these are problems that lots of developers and lots of teams, even if they're seasoned entrepreneurs, or they are the first steps into this kind of in this territory, it is common to everybody. So developers usually build in a vacuum, so they solely focus on building a product. They don't seek information and feedback. And in the end, they wonder why nobody's in the participating. Why are there no people on the DApp, on the platform? Where are all the users to see the beautiful things that this developer has built? Then another problem is that all those people that are giving feedback and all those alpha early testers that are going to dive deep and offer valuable comments, they are not organized. They usually provide this kind of service for free. They are duplicating their content because they are not in communication. And usually these people are not going to be, all of them at least, experienced users. And the problems they're going to present are going to be low-hanging fruits or very surface, easy to tackle. Like, not like it's the classic response when you're calling your IT provider if you have tried to restart your computer. We're not talking about these users. They know how to restart their computer. And another problem that we've actually realized exists is most DAOs and most collectives pay their contributors in the same coin as their governance, which creates this weird the divide in incentives, division in incentives, where if you want to really get paid from your work, you really need to sell your governance coin. And this creates a weaker system, a weaker collective, because the superstars, the ones that are putting the most work, the ones that were supposed to be earning money from this, need to liquidate their voice in order to pay their bills, since this is what they do for a living in some cases. From what we saw in the network state, like, there are people that have received $5,000 and $6,000 and $7,000 worth of USDC because Dean's List pays in USDC. All the contribution is not paid in a shitcoin. The shitcoin is used for governance. The real coin that is important here is the USDC coin, which you can sell, like you can spend. It's USDC. You're not gonna vote with it. And the governance token is for the governance. So what we've done, so this needs work, we're creating a decentralized workspace. You don't need to focus on that. The solutions, we have an ultra focused mission. We have one mission: provide the best feedback, whether it is for your alpha version of the dApp, your go-to-market strategy, or your pitch deck. We will provide the best feedback. We will reward the people that participate in stablecoins, as we explained. And we will make sure we are a tight group. We are a tight group that participates in governance, because if you're not participating in governance, you're not going to be receiving your full payouts. And it's gonna be going to either the treasury or to other people that are actually participating in governance. So it's important to be voting. If you're not voting, you're gonna be receiving less payouts. And this guarantees high quorum. And high quorum is the metric we many times associate with community health. And community health means that most of the token is in the hands of people that are for the right reasons in the community, for the right reasons in the project. So by having high quorum, it means that the floating token is not in the market, but it's deposited in the governance layer. So these three are our main missions. The citizen stats, you kind of show them up. These are how the distribution has worked across time. So Solana Foundation has given quite a lot of money. So 25,000 comes from Solana Foundation out of the 45,000 that has been distributed. So a large chunk comes from foundation grants. But these are grants. These are things that we had to compete for. There was a bunch of people interested in the grants, and we presented the best solution for the grant, and that's why we got it. And these are all the clients, and these are all the recipients. As you see, Kavicon, Pavelsan, Avid Learner, Kavicon has made 3K. Well done. And I think we watched this video, but let's watch it once more. I think it's a good video to watch it once more, so it gives you perspective. So let's go. and
I think everyone should definitely hit you guys up because we've had nothing but a great experience with you guys.
I didn't know you can do that deep. When I was looking around, you give a lot of feedback on that. And I realized something on that is really pointed to the right way. So it really pointed something that we need to fix about that. It could make us feel better. So I really, really deeply appreciate.
But to the extent of seeing, that like what everyone's like feedback and input, we have much more work to do. And it's really good because I think it's really very informative. And if you ask me if I would do it again, I would say yes, 100% I would do it again. Yeah, because there's so much information that you guys have provided that I don't see, like we don't see. Yeah, thank you for all the feedback.
Partnering with a service DAO definitely makes sense because we get to crowdsource a lot of the feedback and just really have a reality check on what users care or don't care about. Because if not, us as builders would just be in an echo chamber, and like I would think this page is cool, this button is cool, this user experience makes sense, but then if 99% of people disagree, the project will not take off. So it's always good to have that kind of third person point of view from the outside looking in and then giving objective feedback. Everybody is just amazing, and everybody collaborates so well. We have such a win-win mentality.
I have to say the Dean list now is we have the most comprehensive user feedback from this community, right? We have received pages of content telling us, oh, where's the bug and where should we improve on. So that is super helpful to us, and there were many people very engaged in the app. Yeah, so Dean is definitely really helpful, and really appreciate you guys for helping us out.
Didn't really know what to expect at the start. It was definitely a thorough rundown of UI and UX issues, which we've made a key point of tackling. I think we've gotten through the majority of them.
that's it, lovely friends. Let me come back. And yeah, these are the happy clients. Happy clients. You'll see all the clients are here, all the logos are here that we've worked with. You'll recognize some superstars. You'll recognize Backpack. Solana is a big one. Sharkify back in the day. Tensor before they raised. Some really strong, Streamflow and Unique. They're all amazing guys. Notify and Hawkside and Chapter X and Chingari. Chingari is a huge platform. This is the Instagram of India. The TikTok of India. It has 100 million users. Let's go further down. So this is the accelerator. We had multiple sessions with these guys. We spoke for each one of them. We spoke about Trigger, Sunrise, Stake, Shift, Alchemy, Nodia, and Crack Finance. We played a round of Alchemy. I really like the connections they have with the Solana blockchain, how you can mint your NFTs and actually upgrade the metadata through Discord and do all the interactions with Discord. You don't need to live there. I think it's genius, and it just shows where we're going, where you'll be able to do real Web3 tasks executed from Web2 platforms. Really cool. You can check more services. And you can also listen from the accelerator. We had a fantastic Twitter Spaces where all the projects participated, and we had such an amazing vibe. Why Solana? These are all the tools we actually use. We use Strata, Realms, Coinable, Squads, Grape, and Moonlit. Additionally, we have custom Metaplex bots. We have a bunch of developers. Shout out to Easy, shout out to Pavelson, shout out to many people that are working on the developer side of Dean's list. And yes, it bears the name of Dean, but Dean is part of it. It has a DAO structures. There are multiple responsible people, and And it's a lot of fun. Our virtual office is constantly populated. There are always people there vibing and working independently, asynchronously. It's pretty awesome. If you read the slide, you'll see how we use each service. You should definitely go check Dean's list on Realms. You'll see that there is so much activity. It takes a couple of seconds to load, but it always does. You'll see it has a treasury of 10k. This is as we said. There is no investors. There's no tokenomics. There's nothing. This is just a group of people selling services very successfully. And there's another 10,000 in the squad's wallet, which is for agile moves, which is controlled by the hardcore members of the DAO. This is in order to do payments and give grants and allocate money faster than what you can do through Realms. Let's go check it out. So as you see, lots of transactions happening, and sending whitelists for our NFT, sending membership tokens, sending Solana, sending USDC, lots of things, agile moves, another 5k left here. So the treasuries are full, work flows, people are busy, and let's continue with the pitch deck. The journey of one becoming a citizen of our network state. You can earn or buy your entrance. You can go to Coinable. Let's go to Coinable, and I can show it to you. Coinable. You can buy this for $50 and become a member, or you can go through Strata. You go to the Strata swap, you connect your wallet, you buy one Dean token for 15,000 grape, you click on the emoji in order to verify in the Dean Slit server, you go and deposit your one Dean token to the Realms DAO, and you start voting. It's important to vote. It's very important to vote. We take snapshots weekly to see who is participating and who is not. And these stats are public, and they are very, very interesting. And it's important to see how in 2 hours we're gonna get 366 votes. If you look at Solscan Dean's list, so go to Solscan, and you go to the Dean token here, you'll see that there are 701 tokens in circulation. So in very few hours, you can get 366. This is more than 50% quorum. More than 50% quorum. This is ultra healthy community. It is insane. So you start by either swapping, earning. You can provide feedback as a member, as a non-member, which is going to earn you some amount of Dean token to get you started. You need to join a team after starting. You need to, as we said, you need to enter the server, you need to deposit your Dean token to the Realms, and you need to start voting. You need then to join a team and start contributing. Your contributions need to meet the excellence and the style that Dean's List members are used to. So you have to follow procedure, and you need to be complete in your feedback. The leader of the team is going to then select the feedback to add to the final document. That document is going to determine who gets paid and who doesn't. So if your feedback didn't make it into the end report, maybe it was because it was a duplicate feedback and someone else had already provided that comment earlier than you. So you need to read what else has been submitted. Or your information was incomplete, or your information was not good enough, saying like, oh, the color of the website logo is not to my liking. Yes, it's feedback, but I can't guarantee you that this is going to be selected for the 350 page report. So you need to be excellent. The next step is to lead a team, to create a proposal, to participate in the DAO calls, to vibe with the rest in the office, to be there. And that's all. That's all. After you've done that, after you've voted, after you've proposed, you've led a team to completion, you completed a task, you undertook some responsibility, you are one of us. The DAO is hyper selective. So if you are an airdrop hunter hoping to do a 3-minute meme and get access, it's not gonna happen. You need to contribute. You need to make it in a final report. You need to work and you need to be recognized. And this is the only reason to actually maintain high quorum and maintain quality work. And this is the user journey. So tools that we're planning or currently working on. So we are working on a new token to replace the existing one. We are working on distribution methods, and we're going to. It's going to allow us to target an even higher quorum, maybe even higher than 60%. At the moment, we reach easily 50%. We're going to push this. We're going to incorporate to our membership model the new Dean's List NFT. Shout out to Easy and Kokoko for actually building this. It's pretty awesome. It's if you've noticed my Twitter account, you'll see that I actually have this. This is my orange chicoon. This is my money chicken. We're building Web3 tools. We're building our own boarding curve engine. We're building our own SPL token backing contract that's going to allow for maybe Solana backing. We're building our own Strata-like swap. We are incorporating a reputation model based on on-chain activity. And it's easier to do because we are talking about few members. Like we're talking about maximum, 60, 70, 100 members. This is not a Discord that is going to have 15,000 people like visiting once every 3 months. And at the same time, we are developing, or we want to develop, and we want to fund slowly a couple of Web2 tools like our citizen portal, which is almost ready to go live. This is a portal for every user to look at their contributions, at submit feedback without having to visit Discord, and have various stats of their activity. And this is where the reputation model is also going to appear. We're going to have a way to submit your feedback through the citizen portal that's already kind of being tested. We are developing our own Discord gating bot with the module that Solana and Discord have released. So we're basing the whole build on something that Solana is unique to have. We already have an awesome notification bot for Realms proposals. So if a new proposal comes out, members of the DAO get notified on Discord. We are hoping to incorporate hooks for Web2 reputation, which means if you do something on a Web2 tool, it's going to be reflected in your own reputation score. And eventually, the dream, and it's not very far away, this is not a utopic scenario that is never going to be realized, is to incorporate a DAO as a legal entity. There are lots of places around the world that are exploring such thing. The UK already has a way to incorporate a DAO. Yes, it needs to be non-profit. Yes, it's a bit complicated when it comes to distributing profits. It's a bit tricky. Dubai is also taking a shot. Utah is taking a shot. So lots of actors are gonna pop up. There's going to be competition, and eventually someone's gonna get it right. And guess who has the biggest incentive to do that? It's a network state that is revenue positive, and has a credit worthiness score of its members. It's everything is perfect for this for this model to work. A list of the services that the service DAO, the network state, provides is DAO structure and consulting. We talked about that, talked about quorums, talked about... Once you might think you are in a DAO, but you most probably are in a chat community. Come talk to us if you want to transform your chat community into a DAO. The concepts are not easy to understand, but once you understand, you'll see that it goes way deeper than you ever imagined. All of us in this group are Solana OGs. We've competed in hackathons in the past. We've attended hacker houses. We've organized our own hacker house. We are close to all the Solana superstars. So if you enroll at our accelerator, chances are we can connect you to the right people to be successful. We already have had many advisory calls. We described their subject. I've done over 100 AMAs with projects, and they always drop alpha. We create cool content. We take snippets and post them on Twitter and YouTube. It's good vibes all around. We're preparing case studies. I'm not gonna drop the alpha. I shouldn't. I have Dean behind me, and he would be mad at me. But case studies are going to be a very important part of this network state. So if you like case studies, if you like writing papers, we're aiming for a very, very, very high level when it comes to case studies. We're gonna go to thesis level of excellence. University thesis, degree thesis, PhD thesis, we'll see. We've just secured a beautiful collaboration with Grail Guide in order to do NFT reviews. I mentioned Gara, a legendary streamer, World of Warcraft PvP streamer, doing Web3 gaming reviews. Woo, we've held over 7-8 calls about pitch deck optimization and advisory. We've got Hanko, part of the community, curating Soladeck. So if you want a TLDR about a Solana project, we can list you there. And last but not least, we have some SEO experts that can guide you around bringing your content higher in the search list. So this is an ever-expanding list, and it expands together with our expertise and how the ranks are populated by excellent people. And excellence is secured by us being hyper-selective. And that's the beauty of it. This is not a community of 15,000 people. This is going to be a community of 100, 150 at its best case scenario. I would want it to be at least under Dunbar's number. It's the sociologist that kind of calculated the maximum amount of relationships individual can have with other individuals. So usually, in order to personally know each and every one member of your tribe, your community, your company, you cannot be over 150 people. Over that, then it becomes much harder and almost impossible to maintain personal contact with one and each. Shout out to the lovely people dropping bits and cheers on Twitch. If you're watching this not live, or if you're watching it on YouTube, join us on the live streams. The chat is full, the vibes are great, and internet friends all around. Don't miss that. Opportunity and business model. This is the most interesting graph here. This is something that this doesn't involve like the projections here are extremely frugal. Like we are being very, very pessimistic with this line here. But look at how revenue is growing, almost parabola, and it's beautiful because, as we said, we're using a token bonding curve, and this goes through a social token AMM that is made by Strata, and we've baked in a tax, a 5% tax when you swap in, and a 30% tax when you swap out. And this means that anybody who joins the team is contributing to the treasury, and everybody who decides to leave the team will contribute even more. And we are constantly securing grants, we're constantly securing clients and new projects to advise on, and the revenue is going parabolic. What can I say? Our goal is, of course, to expand our citizenship, create embassies, provide health insurance, provide stability, reinvent the way people work. And we've learned a lot through this journey. This is not our first shot. I think this is our most coherent shot, though, because we incorporated all the previous knowledge and all the previous like blocks we had and all the problems we faced and all this kind of how can I say it, all over the place. Let's make this world a better place. No, we don't want to need to make the world a better place. All we need to do is provide excellent feedback. That's all we need to do. We don't need to reinvent the wheel. This is a focused mission. The only DAOs that are successful are the ones with a hyper-focused mission. This is a huge conversation. Let's not open it now. Let's go through the deck. This is a feedback library. Here you can find all the different feedback reports. Like we go click here to backpack. It's gonna open the backpack wallet report. You'll see like from spelling errors to things that wallets that are not recognizable, endless loadings, like the built-in swap taps into pools that are completely imbalanced. So if you try to use the inbuilt swap mechanism and you try to swap your USDC to USDT, talking out of experience, it's gonna tap into a pool that's so imbalanced that trading 100,000 USDC is gonna get you 9,000 USDT. And it's weird because if you miss that zero, you might be okay with this exchange if it was 90k, but certainly you're not okay with that's 9. That needs to be part of the feedback. So this is a list of all the various. It's a long report. It's a long report. So lots of projects: Beluga, Poolprop, Stensor, Dual Finance, CandyPay, Backpack, Hawkside, Streamflow, Unique, Chini, Monstret, Shataverse, DBits, Epix DAO, Strata, Squads, Samudai, and Jingari. And more, like, I know there are more, but we just didn't have space. We don't need it, like, this is a good sample. Socials, fuck, I have these guys behind me talking and it's impossible for me to concentrate. I'm just listening to what they're saying. Twitter links, dinslist.services, the website. We have a GitHub, where it has a beautiful document prepared by Mr. Dean Machine here behind me on how to deploy a network state. What do you need? What are the ingredients you need to add into your pot in order to steer it well and in the end make this very tasty network state? You need on-chain voting, you need treasury management, you need multi-sigs, you need to understand governance dynamics, you need to understand how to upgrade these things and like such cool things. So go check the GitHub, and if you want to see the complete list of links from Coinable to Realms to Squads to anything, go to our link tree and you'll find it all. That's it. That's mostly it. This is how our network state works. I think the most impressive part is the website, and the most important slide is this one, earnings by country. This is in USDC. It's extremely important. And that concludes our venture to the network state. What is a network state? And it's a fancy way of talking about a DAO, a successful DAO. Going to the chat because I have an interesting comment about MetaluxDB. Hello, Nelson. Not many people know that my name is Nelson, Chris Nelson. So he's an insider. This is what he's telling us. He's someone that personally knows me. So Hello, Nelson. Do you have any news about FTX? Are we gonna take our money or coins back? Any idea? If you're in the US, you are gonna take your money. If you are FTX International, I think you're gonna get maximum 10 cents to $1 in about 2 years. Don't hold me accountable on that. I'm speculating. I don't think you're gonna see your money back. I think that it's gonna take a very long time for these things to be, solved. I'm not optimistic. I'm not optimistic. Now I see Nanko. Chris Nelson was the director of my dead ex. I never did anything wrong to my ex. Never directed any movies. Or maybe I did. So no, I'm sorry, Metalux. I don't think we're gonna see any money. I also lost, like, you should ask Mr. Dean Machine here. His loss is much larger than mine, but guys, get your hardware wallets. Get your hardware wallets. They're important. I don't think you're gonna see, like, I lost 11 Bitcoin on Cryptopia when it went down. I received 8 letters from their lawyers. I never got anything back. I lost so much money here and there. I never got any back. I'm not optimistic we're gonna get anything back this time. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry for like, I praised some. I'm guilty of falling into the whole trap as well. I got scammed as well. I wish I knew. I thought he was a good guy. And good guys win in the end. And it looked like he was winning. Unfortunately, yeah. Hopefully we're gonna get over it. Get off exchanges, lovely friends. LexCat here is 100% right. Get off exchanges. Like, are you trading? What are you trading? Are you trading Dogecoin? Are you trading Bitcoin? What are you doing? Don't trade. Like, if you're trading, make sure you're not trading with your whole portfolio. And your whole portfolio should be at cold storage. Like, I assume you know what you're doing and you don't have all your eggs in one basket. And remember, like, visualize that. Like, make a mental image. We live under a volcano that every now and then explodes. Lava is going to rain sooner or later. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. There's no way. Things are going to go down. Hopefully it's not going to be USDC. Otherwise, it dominoes and everything goes down. On that note, lovely friends, lovely internet friends, bull market looks closer than the previous stream. I don't wanna get your hopes up, but Bitcoin above 28,000 is a breakthrough. We haven't seen 26,000. Listen to that. We haven't seen 26,000 since July 2022. It's a big thing. It's a big thing. It's a big fucking thing. Keep your eyes on the Fed. Keep your eyes on their next meeting. Keep your eyes on the rumors. If you're trading, you know this shit. You don't expect me, the macro trader, to tell you. Keep searching about the next Fed session. Are they going to announce 0 rate hikes? Are they going to go negative? Or are they going to... They had promised 50 bips increase. They took it back. Are they going to go 0? Are they going to go 25? Are they going to go negative? This is the number you need to be looking at. The moment this takes direction, market will take direction with it. Trend is your friend. No need to catch knives. No need to be catching the absolute bottom. Let others do it. Being a first comer on this one can be very deadly. Friends, take care of yourselves. Don't be shaken out right when the bull run starts. I have a friend. I'm not gonna call your name, my friend, in case you're watching, because he used to watch quite a lot. He has gone through 3 bull runs. He has sold all his crypto on the first month. Ethereum was at $18. My friend Chris sold all his Ethereum at $46. 46? All Ethereum sold. Ha! I'll buy again at 12. Don't be like Chris. Slowly. No major moves. No all-ins. Make sure that even if the boat goes down tomorrow, you can still survive. I love you all. Take care of yourselves. Stay strong. And let's vibe. Watch out for the volcano. I love you all. Grizzlython, join Dean's list. Watch out for those awesome projects. Shout out to Nanko. Shout out to Perth. Shout out to Butter. To Lexcat. To Aki Samano. To Metalux. To who else? Chris Eck. Butter for Soul. Del Pino Man. I love you all, guys. Catford. The Badano. Pikuyot. Everybody's here, man. Everybody's Vajrus. Dude, it's... I'm always moved. I love you all so much. Camera has stopped working. What the fuck?